What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to The Fringe. I know people are probably sick of us talking about it because it's dancing around the same old subject, but it needs to be discussed because I still have yet to see or hear any politician in Canada speaking out about what is happening in our trucking industry and why it's become such a problem that when you compare it to what's happening in the United States with those in power seeking to audit, remove licenses, deport those who are illegally driving and should not be licensed to drive, mostly Indian drivers. There's nothing in Canada. There's crickets. I have shown a video in the past with CBC. Again, I won't show it again because CBC loves to copyright claim on videos, but it's an undercover camera showing that there's people going to driving schools that they say, just give us some money, we'll give you your license. You don't need to do the hours required. You don't need to participate in any of the training necessary to run a massive death machine, essentially. You don't need to worry about air brake certification. You don't need to worry about safety, how to jackknife a trailer, how to stop in an emergency on a highway. These trucks can't stop on a dime, folks. But now things have taken a turn in the United States, which is where I want to see things head in Canada. And it's time that we talk about that. First off, I'm going to paint a little bit of a picture for you so that people understand where I'm coming from, so that people aren't saying, hey, Fringe, you're just a racist and a misogynist. You just don't care. Shout out to Blonde Bigot. Amazing channel on X. Go and follow her. She's a good friend of the channel. I am hoping to have her on the channel at some point to talk about her own experience, which I'll talk about in a moment. She says here, one person's mistake, in quotes, as horrific truck crashes results in death aren't a scene playing out all day, every day on our roads. This guy goes on in the video to say they talk more about the turban. Well, yeah, we notice patterns. It's time to get the F out of our country. Let's take a listen to this, and then I'm going to show you why I think Blonde Bigot is justified for having these feelings towards these drivers. Let's take a listen.
A Punjabi truck driver made a wrong U-turn in Florida. A van hit and 3 people died. I know that's really tragic, right? I'm not here to defend his mistake. I'm not here to defend the guy who caused it. But this whole thing went viral, and you know what went more viral than this accident? It was his turban. People talked less about victims. People talked less about the guy who caused it. They talked more about the turban. They talked more about the immigrant community. It was like...
So he goes on to, again, sympathy beg for people to say, oh, it's all about racism, guys. We're playing the racist card. Everybody's a racist. This is the problem in our country, is we've melted down to a society where they know how to manipulate. They know how to get away with it. Oh, you're just a racist, right? You're a racist if you say these things. I want to show you Blonde Bigot, what she went through. 2 days ago, a transport truck hit my friend's son on his way to work head on. We lost him instantly. He had a newborn baby girl. No word on the driver yet, but my money is on Singh. When will Canadian men finally have enough of this? Well, this channel has. This gentleman lost his life. There's the trailer flipped over by another good channel. If you're in Alberta, YEG Wave, they definitely stay up to date with this kind of stuff. They've always got this kind of stuff on their profile. In fact, it's where we get a lot of our media from. But I'd like to get Blonde Bigot on the channel to maybe talk about where this has gone since this was back in June. Sympathy beggars will always try to gain some form of race card, race baiting. And it's always what we see in this country, that as soon as you oppose the massive protests that are going on in our capital cities, flag burnings, people saying, we don't want your country around anymore. We have better priorities in your country. We need to be recognized. You've got K-stands setting up embassies throughout our country. Let me show you another example of what we're talking about. Now, people will play the race card as much as they can. I'm going to show this video from the Hodge twins. Shout out to their channel. They're watching this. You guys ever watch these body cam videos on YouTube? They're entertaining, to say the least. Anytime I'm bored, I definitely check them out. But not the Hodge twins. I do watch the Hodge twins, but I check out the body cam videos when I'm bored. Look at this one. It really paints a picture. I won't show the whole thing, obviously. It's 20 minutes long. But this is the precedent that's going on in our countries right now, that it doesn't matter if you do anything legal, illegal, right, wrong, good, bad. If you play the race card, if you play the religion card against the tropes of whiteness in our countries, this is what you face. Take a look at what happens here.
Okay. On my way to you. Okay. What happened to me? All right. Islamophobia. Come here. This is gonna be known. This is gonna be known. So this Islamophobe white guy, I'm driving, minding my own business. Can we come over here? I'm driving, minding my own business, right? This is recorded, right? Oh, yep, it's recorded. Over here. So if you back him up because he's white, come here. You're gonna pay for it. I don't want you to get hit. So here's the thing. I'm driving, minding my own business, following the speed limit. Here comes this white guy trying to outspeed me. Are you listening to me or not? I'm trying to tell my people that I'm out with you. So right. Give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second, man, please. Right, because you're not going to defend Islamophobic. Give me 1 second. He tried to kill me. 165, I'm out with her. Yeah, he tried to kill me.
So, again, I'm not going to show the whole thing, but it paints the picture for you. It's Islamophobia. This guy hit me, so he's Islamophobic. You don't know what anybody is in any vehicle when you're driving down the road. But again, this is the car. She says if you defend a white guy, you're going to pay for it. Right? You either buy into my ideologies or you're in trouble. This is where we're at in our country. Colin Rugg. The reason I showed that video earlier, this one from Blonde Bigot, where this guy says all they think about is the turban. I know it's a weird picture we're painting, but stay with me here, folks. He says, everybody thinks about the turban. They're doing the same thing here. Oh, you just see Indian drivers and you immediately call for, all Indians to be removed from trucks. It's not a matter of your race. It's the fact that we have video proof of schools opening up that are illegally giving licenses to drivers, that are putting them on our roads, that are putting our families at risk. As we saw with Blonde Bigot, they're losing family members because of these ridiculous drivers. You've now got Colin Rugg tweeting out, over 1.65 million people have signed a petition to free the illegal immigrant truck driver who made the illegal U-turn, taking the lives of 3 Americans. Now, yesterday's video, I mentioned 2. I was also showing a story where 2 were struck in Manitoba in Canada. Again, the numbers on the brain, I apologize. 3 lives of Americans in Florida. The petition argues that Harjinder Singh should be sentenced to counseling or community service. So you ruin the lives of people's families. You remove 3 of their family members from this earth. And yeah, you should go get counseling or community service. I bet you can imagine who's signing this petition. We'll get to that in a second. We, the undersigned, respectively petition for clemency or sentence reduction on behalf of the 28-year-old Punjabi man who, in a tragic and unintentional incident, caused a truck accident that resulted in the loss of 3 lives. Change.org petition says. What's funny about this petition is they're trying to victimize the man who doesn't understand English, who was tested and only could point out 1 of 10 road signs, who tried to flee the country, by the way. He was caught in California and brought back to Florida for extradited prosecution. Yeah, he's real sympathetic, isn't he? Consider alternative sentencing options, such as restorative justice measures, counseling, or community service, aligning with both accountability and compassion. Here's the problem. When we go down, we've got the R-Finder. I know I can't say the name full out on the channel. Great account, by the way. It says, where can I find the list? Here we go. Here's the list right here. Here's the list right here. Let's see if I maximize that. Oh, there you go. There you go. Let's play this for you. Now, keep in mind, this is the actual list according to what I have found online of the signatories. Anybody see a pattern here with who's demanding he get off? That who's demanding he gets a lighter sentence? Here we go. Look at that list going down. Look at it all going down. Multiple names that are the same over and over and over again. Yeah, 1-point-something million people saying, oh, please go easy on him. You don't see a single we'll say landed American talking about this. I got to be careful of the words I use or else YouTube's just going to shove it down. Keep in mind, we're only 30 seconds in to this list. 30 seconds. Do you see any social justice warriors or virtue signalers signing this? They're definitely all. You got to love how we stop on that. The multiple same names going over and over again. Take a look at the video. Take a look at the video for the petition.
I'm in support of Harjinder Singh. I know it was an accident. He made a terrible mistake, not a deliberate choice to harm anyone. He was working hard to support his family, like so many of us, and one wrong decision changed everything.
I'm not even going to continue with that. He was working so hard to support his family, while he ruined the lives of others and took their family away. I love how, again, all they see is the turban. All they see is that he's Indian. No, we see that he's an illegal immigrant who's driving under a false license, who murdered 3 people. I don't even care if YouTube censors it at this point. I'm going to say it. Hit the thumbs up and a comment down below. That's going to get past that censor, folks. Good news. Harjinder Singh, the Indian invader arrested for vehicular manslaughter after killing 3 while driving a truck in Florida, has been denied bail. His brother, who was the passenger, has been detained by ICE and is set to be deported. I want you to think about how this guy was just trying to provide for his family. Listen to this audio. Look at his face. Not an ounce of guilt. He doesn't even know what he's doing there. In fact, the judge asks him to state his name, and they have to bring in an interpreter. He doesn't even know English. And he's driving trucks across the United States.
Good morning, sir. Please state your full name for the record.
Court's in session. Court's in session.
Harjinder Singh जी अपना पूरा नाम दस्सिया जना नु
मेरा नाम हरजिंदर सिंह
My name is Harjinder Singh.
Okay, thank you, sir. You have been arrested on 2 separate warrants, sir.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद जी तो तुम्हारी ना सी 2 बारी ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਫੜਿਆ ਹੈਗਾ 2 ਵੱਖਰੇ ਵੱਖਰੇ ਵਾਰੰਟਾਂ ਦੇ ਤਹਿਤ
The first arrest warrant is for 3 counts of vehicular homicide.
ਪਹਿਲਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਉਹ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਰਨ ਦੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀ
The second arrest warrant is for 3 counts of manslaughter.
ਤੇ ਦੂਜੇ ਵਾਲਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਨਾ ਉਹ 3 ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਰਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ
So the rest of the video, the next 20 seconds is just the judge reading out the charges, but he has been denied bail. But this is the face he maintains, the same face, by the way, that he had when he was driving the truck. Not an ounce of care, doesn't give a damn. Doesn't give a damn that he ruined the lives of family and extended family in Florida, that he took their family members away from them. Just trying to provide for his family, right, folks? I think what the United States is doing is absolutely commendable. I think it's amazing. I think it's long overdue. Because this has been happening for a long time, folks. It isn't anything new. Indians taking over the trucking industry has been going on for quite some time. The manipulation that goes on inside those industries, people are happy just taking the jobs, even if it's low pay, just so that they can get fast-tracked for citizenship in countries like Canada. Why is our Canadian government not talking about this? Why, with all of this going on in the United States right now, has no one in our Canadian government brought this up, said that we need to address the same issues in Canada? Again, I know people are fed up with me bringing up this video, showing these clips, because this is now, what, the 3rd video we've done on this? I think it's great, again, that the United States is doing it, but the reason I'm bringing it up is because I'm not going to stop until I see one of our politicians saying we need to do the same in Canada. They're here to represent us. Pierre Poilievre talks about jail not bail for convicted felons, for those who have been arrested on home break-ins, those who are causing crime in our streets. What about these individuals? These individuals are causing crime in our streets. They're putting our lives at risk. They look at, again, the blonde bigot losing her son's friend who had a newborn baby girl, struck by a flipped over semi-truck. Another family, that girl's going to grow up without a father. When are our politicians going to say something and going to do something? Now's the time, if you haven't yet, reach out to your local politicians' offices, your MPs. Reach out to your municipal constituents. Reach out to anybody in politics, provincially, federally, or municipally, and start asking them, when are you guys going to kick up some dirt and put a stop to this? When are we going to start auditing or shutting down these driving companies that are illegally giving licenses? And if they ask for proof, we'll forward them to the CBC, the government's paid-for propaganda network that went and did a hidden camera investigation and still crickets from our government. That should shut them up real quick. Let me know what you guys think down below. Do you agree with what America's doing? Do you think we need the same thing in Canada? Do you think it's long overdue? Do you think our politicians need to answer to some of this? Let me know your thoughts down below. If it's your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button with a thumbs up and a comment. Again, it'll get us out past the censors, folks. It's free. It's much appreciated. YouTube censors anytime you use words they don't like. Join me live here on the channel, Wednesdays and Fridays, for Unhinged Fringe Wednesday nights, Friday Night Fringe on Fridays, where I'm joined by a plethora of new co-hosts, as well as the beautiful Mrs. Fringe on Fridays, as we talk about everything that happened this week in politics, everything we know coming up in the week ahead, as well as Q&A back and forth within the greatest YouTube community on the platform. I always look forward to chatting with you guys outside of making these videos. I most importantly look forward to chatting with you this week, starting at 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, Wednesday and Friday nights here on the channel. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you on the next one.